Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the best point guards in NBA 2K26 My Team here on this tier list for the first time. And we only have like about, I don't know, 18 of these point guards on this list, I believe. Not a ton of cards to rank as of right now at the point guard position, but it's pretty much every good point guard that can be attained right now outside of hidden gems and guys like that, which, to be fair, I will be doing separate tier lists for hidden gems. In a bit, I may even do wild gem tier lists at some point if people want those too, although wild gem cards aren't very attainable as of right now, but at some point I might even do that. But hidden gem cards do seem to be relatively attainable, so I probably will do hidden gem tier lists for each position as well here in the next week or so. I'll probably start that, but for right now we're just doing the regular point guards, and we're going to start with Kenny Anderson, who, to be totally honest, is pretty This card, look, he's 6'1", he's a good shooter with a good jump shot, but I don't believe he's great defensively. Shout out to 2KDB, by the way, for already getting their system up. The fact that we can already go in here and see what 90 overall Kenny Anderson looks like this is pretty darn nice. Problem is, he's 6'1", he's got no defense, he can't dunk. His jumper is nice and he is fast, but he's not going to be an incredible shooter with only an 84 3 ball and not incredible shooting badges. And the honest truth is, defensively and finishing wise, he just obviously leaves quite a bit to be desired. So I feel like C is probably fair because the jumper and the speed. Remember, we're really early in the year, so even flawed cards are still good. Every card has flaws, after all. Like, for example, a Steph Curry, who obviously is significantly statistically flawed, has really good animations. All of his SIGs are, I would say, really transformed this year again. He really can move at a high level again. Steph feels like Steph, which is fire, and I hope he does get a good card soon. Unfortunately, if he does, I probably won't be able to use it. That's the only thing about being pro money spent, is the very top tier promo cards. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up very many of those. But Steph is good enough to where I would probably go B tier for him despite the defensive flaws, because the offensive movement and stuff is going to be that good. Mo Cheeks is going to be a undersized PG with a bad jump shot and no real finishing. That's just kind of how he is. You know what I mean? 90 speed, but very good defense is the value of this card. Being 6'1", but is small, sure, and he's not a great shooter. His jumper's not going to be awesome. He can't really finish, but he can defend his absolute butt off. Even early in the year, 97 perimeter, 97 steal, 84 block, 78 interior, 90 speed already. He's going to be very, very physically competitive defensively. That being said, with a bad jump shot and not much size and no dunking ability, I still don't really want to use this card, even if he is going to be good defensively, because he's a black hole offensively. So to me, that card's not a card I really want to use. Mike Conley is S tier to me. I really like Mike Conley. He is fast. He's good defensively. His jumper is nice. He can dunk the ball well. He's just a really good all-around point guard. One of the very best point guards in my team right now. I think he's an S tier. I am going to move Mo Cheeks up to B tier because of the defense. Kyrie is pretty similar to Steph in that he moves really, really well and he's fun to use, but similarly also to Steph, the stats don't back up an elite level card. He's a series 1 card. That's not a huge surprise. Generally, series 1 cards aren't very good. 2KDB is being really slow today, but that's okay. But again, you look at these stats of this card and Steph and guys like that, and it's just, they're not going to be good enough on paper. SIGs wise, he's actually very nice. His jumper's nice, but he's a Ruby. He is not a B tier point guard. I don't know why I even considered putting him in B tier. I actually think, I mean, he doesn't move quite as well as Steph does. I feel like even C is generous. He does have good movement, but I'm looking at this list. He's probably, nah. Kyrie's got to go D tier. I'm sorry, he just does. Ben Gordon, probably low S. We have like 18 cards, so we're only going to have, with 5 tiers, we're only going to have probably a little bit less than like 3 or 4 cards in each tier. But I do think Ben Gordon is probably, I'm going to go high A for Ben Gordon for right now. He doesn't have the defense. That's the problem. Offensively, he's fun. He moves really good. His jumper's great, but he's not an incredible slasher. 75 driving dunk is good, but it's not ridiculous, and his defense just isn't there. I do think he's better than Mo Cheeks and Steph, but I'm going to go A for him. J Kidd, probably best point guard in the game right now. Incredible defender. He's capable enough as a finisher. He's not the best finisher in the world, but look at this card, man. He's absolutely a god. He's actually got a pretty good jump shot. He's big at the point guard position, being 6'4". He's got what, a 75 driving dunk, 93 ball, 94 speed, 97 agility, and he's an awesome defender too, with a lot of really good badges. This card, for this early in the year, is an absolute monster at the PG spot. He is a stud, and I think you could make the argument that he is the best point guard in the game for sure. Now, again, not many people have J Kidd as of right now, and to get him is kind of difficult. These Pink Diamond Mode Reward players are not easily obtainable, but they are obtainable, and they are free, and they are very good. And Jason Kidd is an S tier option. Kate Martin, I actually don't mind this card. I almost want to put her A tier. I actually think she's pretty good. She's actually not that small, especially for a woman. 6 foot at the point guard position is still small, but at this point in the year, it's okay. She can't dunk, and she's not very good defensively, but she does have a decent perimeter. Speed isn't horrible. Shooting is really nice. Jumper is kind of off the quick catch and shoot, I like it. Off the dribble, it's kind of If I liked her jumper more, I'd have her A tier, but I think she's B tier. Trae Young, Awesome offense, no defense. Is the no defense enough to kill him? Not a ton, but he's not an S tier to me. I think he's A. Jumper's good, fade is really good, SIGs are really good. Defensively, he sucks and he can't dunk. Still, when you look at all the point guards we have right now, he's one of the better ones, so he's going to go A tier. Kelsey Plum moves awesome, and she has a really good jumper, but she's 5'8". It's just not going to cut it. Sorry. She does actually dribble well, though, and she does have a good jump, but she has bad defense, and she's 5'8". Like, no go. That being said, I actually do think she's enough to go C tier. I'll give her that. Mike Bibby, I actually have legitimately no idea where this card is. This is the first card on this list that I don't think I've really even, like, looked at in the slightest. I have no idea what this card looks like, to be totally honest with you. So we're going to figure that out right now that 2KDB is here. 6'2" with a 6'4" wingspan, 93 speed, 93. No dunking. Defense is bad. And he's not tall at 6'2", but he's not horribly small. Jumper's going to be good at this point in the year. SIGs are going to be bad, though. No defense, kind of small without dunking, and a okay jumper, but no SIGs is probably, let's see, realistically, he's not that good. I mean, to be honest. John Morant, because he can dunk, low-key almost makes me feel like B tier, just because his animations are fun. His dribble style is really good. He's got a low 3-ball rating, but he does have 89 driving dunk, 85 speed. So offensively, he's pretty fun. Defensively, he's a complete, like, liability statistically, but he has 6'2" with a 6'7" wingspan. I think if Steph is B, so is Ja. They're for different reasons, but I'll go B for both of them. They're actually both like usable-ish, I guess, at this point still. Although I still realistically wouldn't want to use any card below A tier on this list, to be honest. Sam Cassell low-key might be S tier. He might get that last S tier spot. This Sam Cassell card is kind of a sleeper. The Ascension Reward, obviously another guy who's not an elite athlete by any means. 65 driving dunk, though, is enough to at least dunk the ball. 88 3-ball, 87 speed, and pretty decent, okay defense. Really is pretty good. His jumper, I've actually heard good, like pretty good things. SIGs wise, I think he's okay. Like, I actually think this card's a decent option. People say he's pretty tough. I have not used him yet, but he seems pretty good from what I've seen. So I think he is low-key an S tier option. In fact, if he, you know what? I'm putting him A. I think we only have 3 S tiers, to be honest. I'm gonna put him A. I feel like that's forcing it to put him S. Nate Robinson is fun. He's amazing as a finisher, but he's 5'9". Just like Kelsey Plum, he's just too small. He is a great slasher, and he is kind of fun. And they did actually soup up his stats a bit overall. Like, he's a pretty good shooter, too, to be totally honest. But at the same time, I mean, the honest truth is, yes, he's 95 speed. Yes, he's an incredible slasher. Yes, he's got a good 3-ball rating. For an Amethyst, he is actually very soup stat-wise. But as a 5'9" dude who doesn't have a very good jumper and isn't going to defend at all, that's just not going to cut it, even with all the badges. He's fun, though. Am I dumb enough to put him B tier because of the badges? You know what? I'm doing it. We're so early in the year. You'll never be able to play Nate Robinson again. He's probably B tier. Jalen Brunson. Just realistically, he's just not going to do enough offensively to make up for being small, slow, not that good defensively. Like, just kind of an overall pretty mid card for a Ruby. Can't dunk. He's not, again, he's even slow. You know what I mean? Like I said, 78 speed at point guard is just, this card sucks. I didn't want to put him on the list. I would never run a card who can't dunk, can't defend, is slow, and doesn't even really shoot that well. 79 3-ball is not that high. This card is like, he almost doesn't do anything. Like, not almost. He literally doesn't do anything good. Jalen Brunson, not a fan. Avery Johnson, he's 5'11", probably kind of limits him. I haven't really looked at this card much either. I don't think he's as good as like a Nate Robinson is, though, in terms of the stats and the badges, but we'll take a look at him real quickly before we finish. 78 3-ball, 25 dunk. Pretty good defense, though. I will say that. That's nice. But again, he's 5'11". He's got 55 interior. The perimeter is going to be good, but at 5'11", he's still going to struggle in a lot of ways, size-wise. The offense is, I mean, 78 3-ball, 25 driving dunk. Ed Davis base is probably like okay, not great actually. It's not horrible. Not the worst jumper in the game, but basic SIGs across the board. Besides pro dribble style, At 5'11", with limited offense, even though he's gonna play a little bit of defense, he's too small to where I think I value it much. So I'm gonna go C tier for him too. John Morant, S tier for sure. It's either him or Kidd is the best point guard in the game. They're both nasty, and they're both easy S tiers. They're the 2 best cards in the position. It's not even remotely close right now. I will say, if you're at the point guard position, if you're not using Mike Conley, I think you're missing out, though, because I know Ja and Kidd are kind of inaccessible for most people for different reasons right now. Conley, he's a lot more accessible. I'd recommend him. And then Derek Fisher, final card on this list. Another guy who's just going to go in the C tier. His jumper sucks. His stats and badges aren't awful, but he's not a dunker, and his jumper is not good. So it really limits him offensively. He's like okay-ish defensively, but he's not particularly good, and he's only 6'1", 6'2". So again, still not a very good card. Overall, to me, I think this is the list. I could probably make a couple adjustments to move a couple people up or down. Or I mean, like, I know Ja and Steph probably don't quite have the stats for B tier, but I do like their animations for different reasons. Kate Martin's actually pretty good. You could make the argument to move her up a little bit if you wanted, but I just don't love most of these cards, to be honest, for one reason or another. That's how early game my team is, you know what I mean? So for me, I would definitely pick up Mike Conley, and then if you get Sam Cassell, I'd just run him. Maybe you get a free Gems of the Game card or a hidden gem or something like that you could run as another point guard. And I'm sure we'll get a lot more good point guards soon, so I'll have to make an updated one of these pretty shortly. But I did want to start getting tier lists out now that 2KDB is up, so I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.